Can you still make money as a new Etsy shop in 2024? In this video, I'm sharing the 8 steps that I would do if I was starting an Etsy digital product shop from scratch today in 2024. Hi, I'm Shay, and in 2023, I set out to create a 6-figure digital product shop from scratch. I was a complete beginner. I had no idea what I was doing. I've documented that journey on this channel, but since then my shop has grown to bring in about $8,000 per month in revenue, which ends up being about $2,900 net. And on this channel, I've shared my Etsy journey, but I also talk about my other entrepreneurial endeavors like real estate investing and my other side hustles. So if any of that interests you, go ahead and leave a comment, and subscribe. So this video is for you if you are a beginner in 2024 or you want to revamp your shop this year. So these are the 8 steps that I would do if I was just starting out today. So number 1 is to choose your niche very carefully. I have an in-depth video where I go into niche selection that I'll link, but when it comes to niches, specifically in digital products, you want to choose a pretty large niche that already has multiple best-selling products. Typically, you want a niche that has 6 to 10 products that are already selling very well. And you also want to choose a niche where you can see newer shops are doing well and are able to break into this niche and make sales. Lastly, you want your niche to have a lot of great SEO or great keywords. So these are keywords that have low competition and high search volume. Even the niche that I'm in, which is Canva templates for business owners, I think is a lot more saturated now than when I started out in 2024. But I do think that there are still opportunities in other niches in digital products. So just off the top of my head, some niches that I think could do well for beginners in 2024 are weddings. Of course, weddings are always going to be a great niche, especially because there are new trends that come out. Also, more complex digital products like Acuity templates, Notion templates, spreadsheets, potentially larger bundles, even Canva templates like what I do. If you can do larger bundles, there's definitely less competition in that space. Things in the like productivity space, the household cleaners, planners kind of space as well. And then another thing that I keep seeing opportunities in is if you are fluent in a language other than English, creating products in that language, for example, French, you can do really well because the competition is so low, and yet there are still tons of people who want those products in French. Okay, so the second step that I would do is after I've chosen my niche, I would then choose those 6 top products to make versions of my own. And I actually recommend making these products ahead of time before you even start your shop, just so you have a lot of listings ready to go. And then you'll want to take those products and actually create listings for them. So that means make the cover photos, make slides in Etsy that'll explain, how to purchase, how it works, things like that. And then you'll also want to make different versions of these products. So you can take your 6 beginning products, make them in different colors, and then also make different versions of those listings by testing out the cover photo. You could test out the font and test out the SEO, test out colors, the graphics, things like that. So this way you can take those first 6 products and turn them into at least 20 to 30 individual listings. But don't list them all at once. The next thing, which is step 3, is you'll want to actually create your shop. And so this can be done pretty quickly. You could create a quick logo in Canva, a quick cover photo, and then just fill out your About Me pages. Okay, then step number 4 is actually to just list one item. It can be tempting to list a ton all at once, but I have heard of brand new Etsy shops getting shut down immediately for posting a ton of listings because Etsy flags your shop as spam. So what I did is I just started out with 1 listing on day 1. And then on day 2, you can post 2 listings. And then on day 3, I posted 3 listings and then kept up with 3 listings every day after that. So when I started, I posted 3 listings per day. I know that's a lot, and that's why I made so many different versions of my products so that I was able to post consistently. But consistency is key in the early stages of an Etsy shop. So you will want to post every single day, even if it's just 1 listing. Okay, now step number 5, once you have a handful of listings posted, then you'll want to send out your shop link to family and friends and ask them for support. So this step is actually so crucial because it can be difficult to get your first sales organically on Etsy. So for me, I actually had a family member and a friend purchase from me in the first week of opening my shop. You really just need to start getting those organic views, favorites, and sales. And then with those sales, you can also ask your family members to leave a review. So this doesn't have to be super complicated, even if you just have 1 or 2 family members that can help support you. And speaking of that, I would be happy to at least check out your shop and favorite some items to give it some traction. So go ahead and check me out on Instagram. You can send me a DM with your shop link and I would be happy to support you. My handle is Shay Sells Tampa and I'll link it down below. And step 6 is to use ads very carefully and very strategically. So when you're first starting out, it can be super tempting to throw a bunch of money into Etsy ads to try to get a lot of sales, but that can actually cause you to lose a lot of money. And the reason is, at the very beginning, you're not exactly sure which products are going to perform better than others. So you can actually just throw money at the wrong products and waste your money that way. So I recommend waiting until you have several truly organic sales. So that means not sales from friends or family, but sales from strangers. And you'll start to see a pattern of which listings are actually getting traction, which are getting views, likes, and obviously sales. So once you've identified what are most likely your top products, then you can start running ads towards those. And another thing is you want to wait until you have at least 1 review before running ads as well, just because customers can look at your shop and see that you don't have any reviews and can kind of be scared off. So you can waste ad money on accident that way too. So for me, I think I waited almost a week until I started to have consistent sales on specific products, and then I went ahead and ran ads. I will link my ad strategy video where I go into depth about this, but I recommend starting with a low ad spend, like $5 to your top products. So it could be your top 1 to 3 products. See how it does. As long as your ads are profitable, then you can keep increasing your ad spend at a regular cadence. And at this point, I'm actually spending $130 per day on ads, but I only got there through consistently incrementing my ad spend as long as everything was doing good. And step number 7 is to continue posting daily on Etsy. You just need to be consistent and you need to show the Etsy algorithm that your shop means business and wants to make sales. This can be one of the hardest things, especially in the beginning, because you're spending a lot of time listing products before you're actually getting any return or seeing a lot of sales. So for my first 3 months on Etsy, I posted 3 items per day, rain or shine. It was really difficult, but that's really what launched my shop and set up my shop for success. And that leads me to the last step, number 8, which is to look at what is doing well in your shop and double down and iterate. Try different things based on what's already done well. So at the beginning, it can be difficult to know what to do long-term with your shop, but you'll start to see patterns. You'll start to see how different colors or different fonts or different product types are doing better than others. So then that's an opportunity to double down on those types, create new versions of that, and list those. And that's basically all I did in order to grow my shop to $8,000 per month in revenue. I still think it's totally possible to do in 2024. So thank you so much for watching. Please don't hesitate to leave a comment and don't forget to subscribe. See ya.